welcome back to the Blissful Badger, Badger Blog, episode 15. This week, I started off by cleaning up some of the Eldar models that I had purchased that had sprue remnants. As soon as the weather is good enough to prime, I'll have those ready to go and get painted. On Friday night, I played a bunch of Magic with some friends. I also picked up some extra cards to go in some of my decks. Hopefully my power level will get just a little bit better, and I'll win more games. On Saturday, before my games, I got 2 in. I'm thrilled. But before my games, I noticed that there was going to be a 2,000 point Orcs versus Custodes battle. And I just had to take some pictures. My first game was against Khorne, and it was a very fun game. He was able to get a turn 1 charge on me, and because of that, I didn't have to go very far to charge back. The game was very close, going back and forth for a good 3 turns, but then he started losing models, because 4 of my 7 vehicles exploded as he destroyed them. If it hadn't been for those mortal wounds, I do not think I would have won the battle. I managed to take out 2 of his 3 spawn. Those things are hard to kill. And he continued to take out all of my other things. And towards the end, I managed to hold strong and take the win. 61 points to 87. By the end of that game, there were barely any models left on the battlefield. It was amazingly bloody. The second game was another rematch, this time at 1,250 points, against the Necrons. And I noticed something about the Vindicator. I really like it. It's a really nice model, but it is very outdated for rules. D6 heavy shots and D6 damage each does not really do very much when you like to roll 1s and 2s a lot. I had another issue with charges being failed, and I really need to invest the time into building a chapter champion. That is going to be my goal for the 1,500 point list. My secondary objectives were to take out one of his Doomstalkers. I managed to kill the wrong Doomstalker on turn 1, and sadly, the Vindicator whiffed on turn 2, and the Razorback's attacks were stopped by his invuln. Because of that, he was able to destroy all of my tanks, and his troops were able to take over the center of the battlefield. His Scarabs and Spider were able to take my right flank, and I was not able to push forward like I was hoping. And overall, he won again. I'm going to continue to play against the Necron player each time the Escalation League goes higher in points, and one day maybe I'll actually have a victory again. I also managed to finish 14 Reaper Bones models. I'm looking forward to putting them in my display cabinet, and possibly getting a game of D&D in at some point with them. On Tuesday night's live stream, I built 4 Adeptus Mechanicus models. I now have 3 times as many built as I used to. Yes, I definitely need to work on those models in that army. On Wednesday, I went down to a mall and experienced what Pokemon hunting was like in a larger town. You could even say a city. And wow, it is so different than in the middle of the woods. Next up for plans, I need to paint these Furioso Dreadnoughts before Saturday. Wish me luck. And until then, I hope you find your bit of bliss.